So what is up, guys? Welcome to another video. I just wanted to follow up to the car show video that we had before because it got such great feedback, and thank you guys so much for all the positive DMs, comments, messages about the tips and tricks for car shows. So we had to follow it up with another one. So without further ado, let's get into the things that you might need when going to a car show. Now, if any other occasion other than a car show, I probably wouldn't do this, but I spent all weekend getting the truck and the car ready for this video. Last video on the tips and tricks I showed you for how to win car shows. I let you guys know of what not to do when you want to win at a car show, and I gave you tips and tricks that I've learned over the years of doing car shows so that you can get a trophy or whatever you're going after, so it'll be worthwhile for you guys. Let's get to the items that I recommend that you guys take to a car show. Alright, so topic number one. Now, you can't go anywhere without this, so I hope you brought some with you, but make sure you take some money with you. Thank you to my wonderful wife for this Camaro wallet. But it's not just about the money, because these vendors, these car shows, they really don't have card machines. It's really hard for them to have to deal with that kind of thing. So instead of that, let's take the one thing that's actually good anywhere you go. Cash. That's right. Bring some money with you. That way you can get in the show. If there's a spectator's fee, if there's a car fee or truck fee for when you pull up, make sure you have that money with you, or your drive 2-3 hours is going to be for nothing, or you're going to just have to go find a bank and hope that there's one around. So just make sure cash money is possibly the best thing you can possibly bring, because it's accepted everywhere. It's good anywhere. You don't have to worry about cards and chips and all that stuff. So make sure you bring some with you. Now, item number two is definitely needed for anybody that drives the car shows or want to put their final touches on their car or truck before they get judged. And that is, make sure you got your cleaning supplies. That's right. All your chemicals, all your cleaners, everything you can possibly imagine. You want to bring those with you, of course, because you've got to have that last minute detailing to make sure it's right. So don't forget these at home. They're awesome to have, and they serve a great purpose if you're out there trying to make it in the car show world. So make sure you bring your cleaning supplies with you. Tip number three you want to bring with you. With cleaning supplies, you need something to put it on and wipe it off. So of course, we've got to bring the microfiber towels. So make sure to bring your collection with you, because you never know what you're going to drop on the ground that you have to throw away, or which ones you're going to need, how many you're going to need for all components of your car, truck, or whatever. So make sure, keep some microfiber towels on hand so that you don't miss out on that opportunity as well. So cleaning supplies and rags, great thing to have. Now this is number four. We've got the chair. So you're going to be up on your feet all day. You're going to be cleaning your car, cleaning your truck, looking around at all the cool cars. But when you need downtime to get out of the sun and to just relax, you're going to need a good chair. Now, chairs can run you anywhere from 10 bucks on up to $100, $200, depending on what style you want. Now, I go for the cheap discount store chairs because, they do the same thing. They sit you up and you're good to go. I don't need the canopy overhead. I don't need a place for my feet to kick back. Just a simple chair. So that's why I bring my bag chairs with me. Nice, easy, dependable, and they, other than this bag being ripped and everything, it definitely is a lot easier to carry around than anything else. And you got this nice little cup holder, because you're going to need some drinks. And we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so for the next tip, definitely bring an umbrella or a tent, because if you have a lot of people, you want a nice tent to sit under. You don't have to worry about sun, you don't have to worry about getting sunburned, stay out of the heat. It's a nice shady area. But if you don't have a tent, which we do not right now, of course, a nice little umbrella, because it still protects you from the sun. I get sunburned really easily, so I don't really want to deal with that 2-3 days after the fact. So a nice umbrella will keep you protected from the elements, at least a little bit, so that you won't get sunburned. You don't have to worry about anything of that. Alright, so the next tip, as you can see on my face, sunglasses. Again, protect those eyes. You're going to be out in the heat, in the sun, all day long. Don't want to worry about that. You also want some nice sunblock on your face, on your arms, your legs. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're out there in the elements for hours on end, just sitting in the sun, baking all day, trust me, those 2-3 days after, with all the sunburn you have to deal with, you're gonna wish you had some. So sunblock, sunglasses, even a hat. Of course you want a hat. Protects your head. No matter if you got hair or not, you're gonna get sunburned. So make sure, bring a hat with you so you can enjoy it the whole entire time. You don't have to worry about going home early because you don't feel good, getting dehydrated because you've been in the sun all day. All right, so here's my cooler. Here's what I usually take. Nothing fancy or anything like that, just nice and simple. Even has a little, nice little like phone holder on top of it. But anything can work, even like those cheap foam ones that you usually get at the bait shops. Any kind of cooler works. Just get something that you can put food in, drinks in, anything that keeps you cool and hydrated. In my cooler, I usually keep about 9 waters. I got 2 ice packs here, just in case you need to put one on your neck, your head, you get a headache or anything like that. Definitely cool to keep that. I usually put ice around here too from the fridge, but unfortunately you wouldn't be able to see anything in here. So the purpose of demonstration, I didn't put it in here, but definitely put some ice around there. That way it keeps it cool for the whole entire show. You'll thank me later. And we've all been here at one point where we're at a show and we really don't want to spend that much money because we want to be frugal, want to save our money, or we just don't have any and we just want to enjoy the show. This is a great way to save money because those ridiculous prices at shows. $3 for a water bottle when you can get it for probably 25 cents or so at the store when a big pack of them. So make sure that you know what you're doing, don't get ripped off, and save money where you can, because as car folks, you know we got to save some money here and there for car parts. And last but not least, for the outdoor car portion, we've already gone over the chairs, the microfiber towels, the cleaning supplies, the money that you need, wear protection like sunglasses, hats. Make sure to have a cooler to stay cool and hydrated, you and your family. But what else do we need? As people who love cars, who love just enjoying the time out with our friends and family, there's one thing that you don't want to forget, and that's your camera. I know this is phone. I'm using my camera right now, so I can't really show you that. But make sure to bring a camera because you never know what kind of cool stuff you're going to see at a car show. And have fun with your family and your friends at the car shows too. You want to keep those memories for forever. So make sure have a camera on you. And this concludes the outdoor portion. So I split it up into 2 parts so you guys can know what to expect for outdoor shows and indoor shows, because they're 2 different things. A lot of the stuff kind of overlaps, but there are some things at an indoor show that you do need, or an outdoor show that you do need, whereas the other you don't. So let's get right into the outdoor portion of it and see what we got. All right, so tip number 1. Remember how we said something about the umbrellas and the tents? Well, you don't need that at an outdoor show, of course, because there's gonna be no sun. You can still do tents. That's great if you want to sell stuff or get products out. Tents are great to have everybody in one little location and reserve basically an area for you guys. But as far as staying out of the heat, you will not have to worry about that. Don't worry about the umbrellas and the tents as much as an indoor show. For indoor shows, there's a couple different criteria that I never even thought about myself until I was actually at an indoor car show. And one of the things that I learned is definitely have an extension cable and some kind of battery trickle charger on you at all times. The reason for this is because if you run lights, especially if you run lights or TVs on your car or your truck, you want to be able to turn those on for everybody to see. At indoor shows, you have to disconnect your battery, at least your main battery that powers your car. If you have a secondary battery, you can leave that hooked up, I believe. But definitely the main battery for the car starting, because you're inside an arena. Make sure to disconnect that battery. Now I say that because the trickle charger is going to connect directly to your battery. You're not going to have enough wire or cord to run it underneath your car and to a wall socket. So you're going to need extension cable. Get some duct tape, some clear tape, whatever you need. Tape it down so people don't trip over it as well. If you have cords everywhere, people are going to be using them. A lot of the nice fancier places will have like the power inverters underneath the car, like into the floor, so you don't have to worry about running it. But I've noticed some indoor shows, I had to run it pretty good ways before I could get to a power outlet. So make sure to take that because you don't want your battery to run dead and be stuck at a show. So I'm just going to show you here. As you can see, I got lights on the car right now and they're running. If I did not have a trickle charger, they would be dead and I couldn't move this car anymore and I had to get it jumped off. So in order to avoid that, I have installed a trickle charger, and you can't really tell it's there just because of where I put it. So you can hide these really nice. So you can see like that stuff's not going to be there. That's just where I took off underneath here to get to it. But as you can see, hidden away here, I got my nice little trickle charger right here. And you usually have these little spots at the bottom with like plastic corks popped in them. Just pop that right out, put your cable right through it, and you can hook it to your extension cord. That way you just keep all the wires and everything underneath the car. Nobody's gonna be able to tell. It's not gonna take away from your appearance other than just this little bitty cord running out. So that's definitely a pro tip that I have, and make sure to get the right one. I got a little $40 one. It does its job, but I need a bigger one for the amount of wattage that I'm pulling. So make sure to do your homework. They're very easy and cheap to find. Definitely don't want you guys getting stranded because you want to look cool with your lights and your TVs going. And please guys, please, if you're ever at an indoor show and they don't require you to do this where you disconnect the battery and all that, please don't be that guy that starts up their car or truck just to hear it inside of an arena. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a real thing. You're gonna kill people, you're gonna make people mad. People are not gonna like you anymore. Please do not start. Once you're in, you're in. Stay there until the show's over and you're told to leave and they open the doors. If you do that with everything closed, I promise you, you're gonna be the most hated person at the show, period. So please don't do that. One more thing I forgot to talk about. Also, with the disconnecting of the battery, I think some of the bigger shows like the Dub show that comes around here require you to have either a 1/4 or 1/8 tank of gas in your car. Nothing more. If you have anything more, they will not let you in. This is, again, fire hazard, safety reasons. So make sure you know that, because that's something that I didn't know until I started doing indoor shows. So disconnect battery, you need a trickle charger and an extension cord, and make sure to have either a 4th or 8th, depending on the show, of gas in your gas tank, and nothing more, or they'll make you drive around until you get rid of it, and they won't let you in the show until they see that mark. Now with these bigger shows, there's also something else that you can expect there, and that's sponsors. Now when you're working with sponsors, you want to be very professional. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. Make sure that you bring a business card with you. They're really cheap, like 10 bucks for like 100, 500 or so on Vistaprint. So get some made, so that way if you ever run into these companies that are like, oh, you got an awesome build, have that business card on you, so it's a really easy, nice way to just hand it to them. They'll contact you. They're going to think that you go above and beyond with your build. It's not just something for fun to do, but you're actually serious about getting in the industry. This is going to be big brownie points for you guys. So make sure to keep some kind of business card with you to hand to these sponsors when they come around and check out your car. Because I promise you, these indoor shows, there's a lot more high-end stuff there. And if you can meet the expectations of the people that are sponsoring the show, or that are just walking around trying to get a feel of what's out there, it's going to set you apart from the rest. It's going to make you a whole lot higher than everybody else. Just another tip for you guys. Indoor show, you're going to run your lights. If you don't have an extension cable or anything like that, then you can almost guarantee that you're going to run out of battery life. Make sure you bring any kind of jumper box. They have really small little lithium ones on Amazon for like 40 bucks or so, and it can jump off your car. If you need more heavy duty, I suggest doing that too. Spend the extra 20, 30 bucks to get that one. But make sure you have some kind of jumper box with you, because I've had to use somebody else's twice at a show now because these lights have drained my battery and I knew nothing about it. So learn from my mistakes. Make sure to get you a set of jumper cables, jumper box. Just have something with you, that way you can get it jumped off and not be stuck there just sitting there waiting for the tow truck to come by to get your car out of the show. So make sure jumper box, jumper cables, something for backup just in case. So with all that being said, I hope it helped in some way, shape, or form. If it did, please leave a like on this video. If you'd like to see any more car show tips and tricks, or even check out the awesome cars that we film at the shows, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. It helps the channel out a lot when you guys like these videos. I do appreciate the ones that do. I thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram, my email, or anything like that below in the description. And with that being said, always remember, stay sinister.
Perfect.